Kelsey Theater here in Lake Park in Palm Beach, Florida at Full Throttle Pro Wrestling. One of the wrestlers on the show tonight, she is a submission grappler and also a pro wrestler, Lindsay Snow. Lindsay, how did you get involved in professional wrestling?
My background started with Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and at the same time, probably about 2 weeks after I started training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I met Jay Lethal, and I started training pro wrestling. I'd always had an affinity for pro wrestling and fighting in general, but I was watching pro wrestling on TV, and I thought that I could really add something to a women's division. So I just decided to start training and give it the best that I could.
Where was this at?
This is in Tampa, Florida. So,
are you from Tampa?
I'm actually from Jacksonville, Florida. It's about a 3.5-hour drive from Tampa, and I moved to Tampa about 5 years ago, and I started training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and pro wrestling about 2 years ago in Tampa.
When you were younger, were you athletic growing up?
I've always been athletic. I did dance, I did karate, I played volleyball, I played softball. When I got older is when I really started wanting to learn how to fight. And that came from watching Pride and UFC and my heroes, Kazushi Sakuraba. And I just grew up with that as a background and have always been drawn to it.
That's the thing, so you're always drawn to it. So can I ask you, what was it about it that drew you to wanting to be in a physical competition?
Oh man, honestly, it was learning the different submissions and seeing them done on TV. Like growing up watching them being done, I was mesmerized by it, and learning all these different submissions and learning how to protect myself, honestly, was one of the main draws that got my eye, so to speak.
Tell us too what you're doing now, because you're doing pro wrestling, but you're also doing submission grappling.
I am.
You just were involved in a competition, correct?
That's true. Actually, this year I've been competing and I've been doing very well. I actually, on July 2nd, I competed at the Naga in Kissimmee, and I won the entire women's division, the advanced women's division. So I got the belt, my first belt. I was very excited, and then about a month after that, I went to the Art of Grappling, and I won the advanced women's division in the Art of Grappling, and then I wanted to win an absolute for money because I had just quit my job to pursue pro wrestling and submission grappling full time, so I wanted to try to win some money, but they didn't have a women's absolute, so I entered the men's absolute, and you should have seen the picture. It was so funny. Little old 5'3" me, and I weigh like 130 pounds, and I'm standing up next to all these guys that are over 6 foot, 200 pounds, and I'm just like, yeah, let's do this, I'm ready. I ended up losing my first match in the men's division, but it was an early stoppage. The ref thought that I tapped verbally, but I just made a noise in transitioning. I'm not butthurt about it, maybe a little. But it was a really great experience, and I'm real thankful to have the opportunity.
What kind of rush do you get from submission grappling and then compared to pro wrestling?
Oh man, well, it's a completely different feeling. I don't get as nervous when I'm about to go have a grappling match, just because I'm more concerned about a takedown. I'm more concerned about, what the other person's gonna do. I don't have to remember, positioning or anything like that. I can just go for it. And with wrestling, you have to be on your timing, and everything is so precise and so calculated. It's a little bit less for me to think about when I do submission grappling, but I don't know if it's just because I have a natural knack for it or what that is. But I enjoy them both immensely.
What are your goals for both then?
Oh man, my goals for pro wrestling would be to wrestle in Japan. And that's my main goal. That's what I've just been trying my hardest to do, is just get to Japan. And I've been applying and sending promos, sending videos. I've been sending all of my jiu-jitsu matches actually to Japan, and just trying to like get my foot in the door any way, shape, or form. And my goal for wrestling is Japan. My goal for jiu-jitsu, I want to be on EBI. I want to be on the Eddie Bravo Invitational, and I just want to represent my school. I train at Gracie, Tampa, and when I'm in California, I train at CSW with Eric Paulson. And you know, I just want to go out there and represent my schools and put on a good show.
Last question for you. I got to ask you about the tattoos.
Oh yeah.
This is.
I've got a couple.
Yeah. Wow, they're beautiful.
Thank you.
Gotta get this. Is there any? I mean, there's so many, but is there anyone that's really special for you? Anything in particular? Is there any theme for some of them?
Man, you know what? They're all really, really special to me, but if I had to pick a favorite one, I really like what this Daruma represents. It's when you get a Daruma doll tattooed on you, it's a wish or like a hope, and it's like a prayer for you to, like this particular one, you have to like make a wish that you're going to like improve yourself within the next year. And then that's why one of the eyes is colored in. He has one pupil, and then whenever I complete the dream or the hope or wish, then you fill in the other eye. So that one's pretty meaningful to me. And yeah, a lot of them mean a lot to me, but most of them are just fun.
Lindsay, thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you so much for interviewing me.